Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So today I've got this lovely Coke Wagon from Oxford Rail. I've taken a little bit of a chance to try something from Oxford Rail as dapol has been a bit rubbish recently, so even on the second try, so I thought why not give this Coke Wagon a try. And the code, as you can see here, is OR76CK7005. And basically the reason why is Oxford Rail have got some LMS stuff coming out soon, so I thought, well, let's give a chance with this £10 wagon, which is 50p cheaper than the LMS van that I bought the other day. If you've been watching the channel, it was just a wobbly mess. So yeah, again, I bought this from Hatton's, £10. The packaging isn't too bad. I quite like the packaging, to be honest with you. I like the colour scheme, and not the best cardboard, bit flimsy, but the obviously you've got the vacuum pack inside, if I can get it out, and there it is. And what I really like about this is it's not just stuffed in there with a little bit of plastic. You actually can see the plastic goes down inside the wagon, so it holds it in place properly, which is fantastic. So it's going to stop the rails getting damaged on the top, and it's just nice touch. I like the packaging on this. Whereas you get the dapol wagon it arrives and it's just sort of shaking around in the plastic vacuum part, and like my first ever one had some bits hanging off. This obviously has the NEM couplings, which are very nice. They're not flimsy, they don't wobble up and down. They've got a nice feeling, sprung from side to side. You see the metal wheels are nice and free. They pretty much match each other, so there's no resistance there. Like again on my dapol wagon, it was kind of, yeah, just sort of one wheel spun faster than the other, which caused this awful sort of jerking. As you can see, there is, for a £10 wagon, I'm really quite impressed with this, to be honest with you. It's got lovely printing on it. Lovely printing, lots of printing as well, not just a little bit here and there. You've got the metal look on the buffers, which is fantastic. You've also got the little hooks as well, and the Coke rails are separated, separate fitted parts as well, so that's pretty good. And there's no mold markings as such. You can see inside here you've got the little doors at the bottom, and it's painted brown inside. It's a really nice looking wagon for £10. You're getting an awful lot here. I was quite surprised, and as I say, I've been really skeptical because my god, been getting stung recently with some of the things I've been buying. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. So we're gonna get it down on the track because that's enough babbling about stuff. So here it's down on the track. I used the same loco that I did the test with my dapol wagons, and here she is, lovely little LMS pug. It's just the only thing I run at the moment. And you can see it couples up nicely, no problems at all. Smooth, back and forth. There's no bouncing. It's not bouncing like if it's not the buffer beam, not the buffer beams, but the couplings were just the bounce back and forth, because every time the locomotive would move, there was this horrible resistance. Let alone the really dodgy NEM couplings on the dapol. But no problems like that here. I'll just zoom in there so you can have a look. And even if, as you can see, perfect. A little bit blurry, I do apologise for that, but as you can see, fantastic. That's exactly what I want. For a £10 wagon, that's exactly what I expect. I don't expect some wobbly piece of plastic mess that could be made by some kid in D&T who's had so much sugar at dinner time. That's not what I want. So yeah, lovely runner, backwards and forwards, fantastic wagons. It's something you shouldn't expect. You shouldn't have to go through these tests with wagons. You should just expect the most basic thing, rolling stock wise. You should just get out the packet, couple it up, and away it goes. But as I'm learning into my model railway journey, that just isn't the case at the moment. So I'm going to do a little bit of test on the points, because again, that's where some of my dapol stuff has failed absolutely miserably. No problem at all. Absolutely no problem at all. And we'll get it back going the other way. Bit slower this time. Yeah, perfect. That's what we want. So yeah, I'm quite happy at this. How this is going. I mean, it's a shock, because I have heard good things about Oxford Rail. But you never know. You keep trying new brands you've never heard of. It's like most people in life. You have a brand that you love or that you stick to, whether that's a type of fizzy drink or a car manufacturer or electronic manufacturer, and you'll tend to stick with that because you know what you get, and you think, well, that's great. And since I started doing this Hornby has kind of been my go-to, because obviously I remember it as a kid, and there's nothing I bought from them that I haven't been happy with. And then I saw some of the dapol stuff and I thought it looked great, but the first one dapol wagon I bought was absolute trash, and the second ones I bought not so long ago, and it was purely just because they were in the LMS livery, which is what I wanted. Let's be honest, we're rubbish. They look great, but they are pretty poor. But this is fantastic. So when they launch, when it comes out, actually, I might pre-order the LMS wagons from Oxford Rail. I'll definitely be getting some. It's even on the first radius curves, no problem at all. No wobbling, no side to side wobbling, no derailing. Just fantastic. Fantastic, really good little wagon. And again, for £10, look at what you're getting. Look at the detail that you're getting. You can't really go too wrong with that. I know that's something I seem to say a lot in my videos. You can't go too wrong with that, but you can't. For what this seems to be the thing with wagons these days, I've noticed, is if you pay £6-7, you'll get like a railroad range wagon, which is great. Railroad range is great. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I think there's a little bit of snobbery towards it, that you've got to have these amazing wagons. But as you start going up in the price point, especially with dapol, their cheapest wagons, painted, not unpainted, they're like £8.50 odd. And while they look great, they're absolute trash. I don't want to watch something just wobble round and round. I mean, here's the wagon in question. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put it at the end. But go and have a look and you can see what I mean. It looks great, but my God, for £10.50, it's absolutely awful. You'd be better off giving you £10.50 to a tramp to punch you in the face. It's still the same sort of feeling of why the hell did I do that? So it's just a quick video today. I know some of these videos aren't exciting about rolling stock, but if you're new to this like I am, you want to know what's the best things to spend your money on. And to be honest with you, I think Oxford Rail's the way I'm gonna go.